I have some things to say, ladies and gentlemen, about the recent rumor report from none other than Fandom Wire. And more specifically, not just Fandom Wire. I mean, Fandom Wire wrote the article, but Andy Signore, who wrote, or did not write, but made a YouTube video about apparently reporting an exclusive report that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have signed on to Spider-Man 3, which is the movie coming out, I believe, December 18th of 2021. Now, I have been, obviously, I want to start with this. There's no one more in the world, I think, that wants this more than I do. Like, I think getting a Spider-Verse film at some point and having them pop up, like, I'd lose it. I can't imagine anything more I want in a film than getting Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire back in the suit in a Spider-Man film with Tom Holland. That being aside, I just have some problems with how this is going. So we get the Electro report, right? We get that from, I believe, the Hollywood Reporter. Okay, Electro's going to be in it. Confusing. And everyone's mind initially goes to, from there, oh my gosh, does that mean Andrew Garfield's going to be in it? Wait, does that mean Tobey Maguire's going to be in it? What does this mean? Is there a multiverse? Obviously, we know there is one because of the Doctor Strange movie, and it's already been mentioned before in Doctor Strange, so we're aware of it. Could this open up the door for bringing these two previous Spider-Men back into an MCU film with Tom Holland? This report could be true, right? I mean, I don't want to just poo-poo it, but the amount of people I was hearing, I was having friends tell me that, like, the amount of aggregation of this report coming out, that we have no idea. We have no idea this is true. And this is what irks me. So, okay, Andy Signore, if you have this Sony source and you know it and they told you this and you are 100% being honest and you have this report, kudos to you. You know what? Good job, man. You did a great job of getting the likes and the views and the clicks over to Fandom Wire. Like, thumbs up. Do you know how easy it would be for anyone with any kind of platform to be like, hey, exclusive? Someone at Sony told me that they're signing on to Spider-Man 3, Maguire and Garfield. It could be true, but you could have no idea. And this is the culture, I think, that we live in now, when, hey, it could be leading to this. We're all speculating about it. We all believe this could happen. Thomas, 100% Spider-Verse movie's going to happen. That's what Thomas is saying, right?
Yep.
Everyone's hearing this. I've got a bit of a platform here on my YouTube page. Fandom Wire is going to let me write this article. Exclusive. Sony assigned Maguire and Garfield. It's just, it could be true, right? It could be true. But all of a sudden, I mean, I studied journalism in college, right? And I think that's that's the side that's coming out of me right now. Because I don't know if this guy's true or false. I mean, always what we've been taught, like, you'd love to always hear who the actual source is or a quote. This is just very vague, a Sony executive. And if it actually is one, of course it's going to be vague and under wraps. But it is so easy to sit up there in front of your camera, in front of your audience, and get all the people are retweeting it and reposting on their own, like, nerd and, like, movie Instagram page. And all of a sudden having friends talk to me being like, oh my gosh, confirmed. This is the last thing that is confirmed in the world right now, that these two have actually signed on for this film. And the fact that people are, it's more of the reaction and the lack of thought, of just the immediate reaction that, oh my gosh, I saw one report. I didn't even see where it was coming from. It has to be true. Like, I texted a group of my friends because one of my friends sent it to us, and I was like, this is like I was just saying that the source is kind of bogus. I would not believe this because I said with the podcast with Derek, I'm at a 35% for a Spider-Verse film because it just feels like such a long shot still to me. As I would love it to happen, I think more than anyone, as I started this off with, I still don't think it's just signed, sealed, delivered. This could be true, But I do not like the idea that I don't believe this guy has a Sony source that told him this. Because where's Deadline? Where's Variety? Where's the Hollywood Reporter with such Sony source? They have the connects. Like, they got the Electro thing is real. And Jamie Foxx himself posted about it, so we know it's real. This, to me, it feels like, and I saw a post from Fandom Wire saying, I wish I had given it to show. It was all of these things that they had initially reported first that ended up being true. And it just frustrates me that they could have, I would love to know what they've reported that they've missed on, because this opens up so much crap on the internet for people just to be like, hey, because the second we find out from the Hollywood Reporter or from Marvel or Sony itself that let's just say Maguire and Garfield are actually going to be in the movie. Now you have Andy Signore, the initial reporter, and Fandom Wire being like, we had it first. We had the report first. And we have no idea if they even knew for sure. But because they could be speculating that it is coming, they can just write an article and make a bunch of people believe that they got the news first. That's all I really have to say. That's my rant, everyone. That's what I wanted to really let out, because
that was well done. Like, I thought you were going to be a little bit more heated.
I mean, I don't want to take away the fact that they could be true, Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, they're lying. I think they are. And I think that we're in a culture now where it's setting us up for being fed these lies.
Fake news.
Yeah. I mean, essentially. And
it's all propaganda.
I won't believe it until the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, or the Sony or Disney say it themselves, to be honest. Like, this is just still a rumor. To me, this is not, you can take it as a report, you can believe it, but I wouldn't. And I think a lot of websites like We Got This Covered, Fandom Wire.
My God. You know how many times someone would be like, did you see this? And the first thing I do is see it's We Got This Covered. And I'm like, they have like a 4% success rate at these things. Someone recently, I will go find it and post it later. But they did a breakdown of their scoops that they have, and it's 4% accuracy over like 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
And it's like, and more often than not, like, see, I'm going to get mad now because more often than not, it is like, this guy says this guy says that. We believe it's this, so we're saying it's this. And that's how it's written. And then people are like, oh my God. I'm like, did you read the fact that they said that they had conflicting reports, but they're going to just say it's this anyway? Like, are we blind here?
And what sucks to me, what makes me kind of disgusted is the fact that let's just say, Fandom Wire, Signore, they had no idea for sure if this was happening. They're just going to come out with this article and say they did know. It makes me almost half want to root for it not happening just to be like, ha, gotcha. Because if it does happen, where, let's be honest, I want it to happen. Like, I'll get over it. I do want it to happen, of course. But if it does happen, they can be like, hey, we were the first ones. Shout, scream to the hills, saying that we were the first ones to have this. And maybe they did. Maybe Signore had he had the special one Sony executive that's going to tell him that both Maguire and Garfield have signed on, when the Hollywood Reporter and Deadline and Variety don't. And I that's it.
I will wrap this up really quick to say, if I were an executive, I would give false reports to people I think are moles and leaks and then crush them when they leak it to the wrong source.